Incredible Northeast India Tourism, a vehicle for women empowerment, powered by Transport Department, Government of Assam, co-powered by Ensure, Complete Balanced Nutrition for Adult, co-powered by Dr. Ortho Ayurvedic Tel Aru Capsule, Gachir Bikhor Babe Ononyo Oushod, education partner, the Downtown School, in association with Awesome Assam, print partner, the Assam Tribune.
বুলি কোৱাৰ লগে লগে আসলে আমি যেতিয়া গাড়ীখন চলাও সকলোৰে হয়তো কম বেছি পৰিমাণে এক্সপেৰিয়েন্স আছে যে পুৰুষ এজনে আঁতৰি দিব খোজে যে হয়তো আমি ভাল চলোৱা নাই এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ কিছুমান কথা আহে কিন্তু এই যে আঁচনিখন লৈছে এই আঁচনিখনৰ দ্বাৰা কিন্তু উপকৃত হৈছে যুৱতী মহিলা আমি বিভাৰণী তোমাৰ পৰাই আৰম্ভ কৰিছোঁ যেহেতুকে বিভাৰণীৰ মাতৃ তেওঁ মানুহৰ ঘৰত ভাত বনাই অতি কষ্টৰে বিভাগ পঢ়াইছে আৰু বিভাই এতিয়া বিচাৰিছে তেওঁ ট্ৰেইনিং লৈছে ইতিমধ্যে আঁচনিখনৰ জৰিয়তে আৰু বিভাই এতিয়া নিজৰ ভৰিত থিয় হ'ব বিচাৰিছে বিভা অকমান কোৱাচোন তুমি কেনেদৰে উপকৃত হৈছা তোমাৰ লক্ষ্য কি হয়
নমস্কাৰ প্ৰথমে মই এই আঁচনিখনৰ কথা মই বাতৰি কাকতত পাইছিলোঁ যে ৪৫ দিনীয়া বিনামূলীয়া ড্ৰাইভিং ক্লাছৰ লগতে ফ্ৰী ড্ৰাইভিং লাইচেন্স আৰু ৩,৩৭৫ টকা জলপানী হিচাপে আগবঢ়াব যেহেতু মোৰ মায়ে বহুত সৰুৰ পৰাই কষ্ট কৰি মই মাৰ ওপৰত নিৰ্ভৰশীল হৈ বহুত কষ্ট কৰি ডাঙৰ দীঘল কৰিছে সেইকাৰণে ঘৰত উপাৰ্জন কৰোঁতা এগৰাকীয়ে যিহেতু ময়ো মাৰ হাত বঢ়াব খোজোঁ সেইকাৰণে তাৰে পথ এটা হিচাপে ড্ৰাইভিং শিকি পৰ্যটক বিভাগতে হওক বা নিজে গাড়ী এখন লৈ কিবা এটা কাম কৰি স্বাৱলম্বী হ'বৰ কাৰণে এইটোত মই এপ্লাই কৰিলোঁ তাৰপিছত আমাৰ পৰিবহণ বিষয়া গৌতম দাস ছাৰে চিলেকশ্যন লেটাৰ নিজ হাতেৰে দিলে দি পেলাই ৱমেন ITIত আমাৰ ট্ৰেইনিং ক্লাছ হ'ল তাতে ট্ৰেইনিঙৰ লগতে ছফ্ট স্কিল যেনে কমিউনিকেশ্যন স্কিল ডেভেলপমেণ্ট পাৰ্চনেল ডেভেলপমেণ্ট সেইবোৰ আদিৰ পৰা গাড়ীৰ বেছিক টেকনিকেল পাৰ্টছৰ চব শিকাই
সফল হোৱা ধৰিত্ৰী দাস মই আপোনাৰ কাষলৈ আহিছোঁ
যেতিয়া মই বাতৰি কাকতত পালোঁ যে বিনামূলীয়াকৈ প্ৰশিক্ষণ দিব আমাক জলপানীৰ বাবে ৩,৩৭৫ টকা দিব লাইচেন্সখন দিব কিন্তু মই এপ্লাই কৰি গৌতম ছাৰৰ তাতে গ'লোঁ গৌতম ছাৰে যিখিনি গম পালোঁ তাতকৈ বেছি ছাৰক লগ পাই বেছিকৈ গম পালোঁ তাৰ বাবে মই অসমৰ মাননীয় মুখ্যমন্ত্ৰী হেমন্ত ছাৰক মই অশেষ ধন্যবাদ অসম চৰকাৰৰ পৰিবহণ বিভাগৰ গৌতম ছাৰক অশেষ ধন্যবাদ আৰু গোটেইখিনি আমাক প্ৰশিক্ষণ দিয়াৰ বাবে অমেন ITIক মই বিশেষভাৱে ধন্যবাদ জ্ঞাপন কৰিছোঁ অমেন ITIয়ে এনেকুৱা শিকাইছে যে আমি মেকানিক বিভাগটো শিকাইছে গাড়ী এখন আধা বাটত বেয়া হ'লে আমি কেনেকৈ যাব লাগিব বা গ্ৰুমিঙৰ বিষয়ে শিকাইছে যিটো বিষয় মই আগতে জনা নাছিলোঁ ছফ্ট স্কিলৰ বিষয়ে শিকাইছে মানুহৰ লগত ব্যৱহাৰ শিকাইছে আমাৰ যেতিয়া মই কেতিয়াবা আমাক এগৰাকী ড্ৰাইভিঙৰ লগত ড্ৰাইভাৰৰ প্ৰশিক্ষণ দিয়াৰ লগতে আমি যেতিয়া পৰ্যটক আহিব আমাৰ অসমত পৰ্যটক আহিলে অসমত মহিলা ড্ৰাইভাৰৰ অভাৱ আছে মই দেখিছোঁ মহিলা নাই বেছিভাগ পুৰুষ আহে কেতিয়াবা আমাৰ মাকৰ লগত সৰু বাচ্চা আহে তেতিয়া হয়তো মই ছাৰ্ভিচ দিব পাৰিম বুলি মোৰ বিশ্বাস হৈছে আৰু এই বিশ্বাসখিনি মোক অমেন ITIয়ে যোগোৱাৰ বাবে মই অশেষ ধন্যবাদ অমেন ITIৰ পৰিয়ালবৰ্গলৈ
আমাৰ কাৰণে আমাৰ যি পৰ্যটন বিভাগ পৰ্যটকসকল আহিব আমাৰ সকলোকে কিন্তু তেওঁ গৌৰৱ যোগাব সকলোৱে ভাল পাব অসমলৈ আহি ধৰিত্ৰীৰ দৰে মহিলা যুৱতীৰ কাৰণে পাপৰি মই আপোনাৰ কাষলৈ আহিছোঁ
মই যেতিয়া গুৱাহাটীলৈ আহিছিলোঁ প্ৰথমতে মোৰ খুবেই অৱস্থা পাতি বেয়া আছিলে মই চব্জি বিজনেছ কৰিছিলোঁ চব্জি বিজনেছ কৰি থাকোঁতে মই নিউজ পেপাৰত পাইছিলোঁ গৌতম দাস ছাৰ পৰিবহণ বিভাগৰ ফালৰ পৰা নিউজ এখনত দিছিলে যে মেঘালী বৰা বাইদেৱে ট্ৰেইনিং কৰাই আছে লেডিজখিনিক কিবা এটা ৰাস্তা দিব আমাক চলাৰ কাৰণে তেতিয়া মই নিউজ পেপাৰৰ পৰা নাম্বাৰটো লৈ ফোন কৰি মই ছাৰৰ ওচৰত আহিলোঁ গৌতম দাস ছাৰৰ ওচৰত অহাৰ পিছত মোক ইণ্টাৰভিউ ল'লে শিকাই মেলি মোক লাইচেন্সখন কৰি দিয়াৰ পিছত এতিয়া মই নিজৰ পথ হিচাপে এই গাড়ীখন চলায়ে মোৰ ঘৰখন চলাইছোঁ মোৰ বেলেগ কোনো উপাৰ্জন কৰা মানুহ নাই মোৰ দুজনী ছোৱালী আছে আৰু মই গাড়ীখন ভাড়া মাৰিয়ে আৰু পথাৰত যদি হাল বাব লাগে মই হালো মাৰোঁ আৰু কেতিয়াবা যদি হস্পিটেল আনিব লগা হয় বা কাৰোবাৰ গাড়ীখন বেয়া হয় ৰাস্তাতে পৰি থাকে মোক জানে কৈ দিয়ে যে পাপৰি মোৰ গাড়ীখন ইয়াতে আছে তুমি লৈ আহা মোৰ হাজবেণ্ডে মদ খাই কেনে এনেকা কৰিছে তেতিয়া মই সেই গাড়ীখন আনি তেওঁলোকৰ ঘৰত দি দিওঁ মোৰ এইটোৱে জব মোৰ বেলেগ একো নাই মই গাড়ীখন চলায়ে মোৰ ভাতখিনি মই খাই আছোঁ।
এবাৰ আমি পৰিচয় কৰাই দিছোঁ লক্ষীমাই দেৱীৰ সৈতে। লক্ষীমাই দেৱীৰ জীৱনটো কিন্তু যথেষ্ট সংগ্ৰাম কৰিছে তেওঁ, আৰু গাড়ীখন চলায়ে তেওঁ নিজৰ ঘৰখনক পোহপাল দি আছে। লক্ষী, যদি অকণমান তুমি।
নমস্কাৰ, মই মৰিগাঁৱৰ বাসিন্দা হয়। মোৰ নাম হৈছে লক্ষী দেৱী। মই প্ৰথমতে অসম চৰকাৰ পৰিবহণ বিভাগৰ গৌতম ছাৰ আৰু লগতে মেঘালী বাইদেউকো বহুত বহুত ধন্যবাদ জ্ঞাপন কৰিছোঁ। আচলতে ধন্যবাদ দি মই শেষ কৰিব নোৱাৰোঁ। তথাপিও মই যেতিয়া ঘৰত আছিলোঁ তেতিয়া মোৰ মায়ে, দেউতাৰ আচলতে ভৰিখন অলপ কটা গৈছে এক্সিডেণ্টত। তাৰপিছত মায়ে হাজিৰা কৰি ঘৰখন চলাই আছিলে, আৰু মোৰ ভাল লগা নাছিল মাক মানে পইচা খুজিব বাৰে বাৰে, কাৰণ অলপ পইচাই আমাৰ 5টা পৰিয়াল চলাটো সম্ভৱ নহয়। মায়ে 3-4 হাজাৰ টকা দৰমহা পাইছিলে। আৰু তাৰপিছত মই ভাবিছিলোঁ মই যদি কিবা এটা কৰিব পাৰিলোঁ হয়। আৰু তেতিয়াই অসম চৰকাৰৰ পৰা আৰু গৌতম ছাৰে পেপাৰত এটা এড দিছিলে। তেতিয়া মই সেই এডটো পাই ছাৰক লগ কৰিছিলোঁ, আৰু ছাৰে তেনেকুৱাকৈ ট্ৰেইনিং দিলে, মেঘালী বাইদেউক লগ কৰাই দিলে। তেনেকুৱাকৈ ট্ৰেইনিংটো কমপ্লিট কৰি মই এতিয়া বৰ্তমান কেতিয়াবা গাড়ীও চলাওঁ, আৰু বৰ্তমান শিকায়ো আছোঁ, আৰু তেনেকৈ মই ঘৰখন চলাই আছোঁ। আৰু মোৰ হাজবেণ্ডৰ ঘৰৰ ফালৰ পৰা বহুত ছাপৰ্ট পাইছোঁ, আৰু বিশেষকৈ মোৰ ভিনদেউৱে যেতিয়া এডটো পায়, ভিনদেউৱে মোক বহুতখিনি সহায় কৰিছিলে। মই এই চেগতে মোৰ ভিনদেউকো বহুত বহুত ধন্যবাদ দিছোঁ, আৰু গৌতম ছাৰ আৰু অসম চৰকাৰক মই বহুত 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 ধন্যবাদ জ্ঞাপন কৰিছোঁ।
অৰ্চনা পাটৰ, মই তেওঁৰ বিষয়ে বিশেষ নকওঁ, তেওঁ নিজেই ক'ব।
মই বহুত কষ্ট কৰি আহিছিলোঁ গুৱাহাটীলৈ কিবা এটা কৰিম, আৰু ধৰ এদিন মই মানে FM-ত শুনিছিলোঁ যে লেডিজ ড্ৰাইভাৰ শিকায়। তেতিয়া মই বাইদেউৰ নাম্বাৰটো কালেকশ্যন কৰিছিলোঁ, আমাৰ মেঘালী বাৰ আহিছিলোঁ, আৰু বাইদেৱে আমাৰ গৌতম ছাৰকো চিনাকি কৰাই দিছিলে। তেখেতে আমাক লাইচেঞ্চ দিছে আৰু প্ৰশিক্ষণ দিছে। বাইদেৱে বহুত ভালদৰে আমাক শিকাইছে আৰু বহুতখিনি গাইড দিছে আমাক, আৰু যিখিনি দিব লাগে ছোৱালী হিচাপে। আমি ইয়াত আহি ধৰ নাৰ্ভাছ হোৱা নাই, যাতে আহিছোঁ এটা সাহস কৰি। বাইদেৱে আমাক বহুতখিনি সাহস দিছে।
আমি পৰিবহণ বিভাগক, যিহেতুকে এই শ্ৰেয় পৰিবহণ বিভাগলৈ যায়, গৌতম দা সঁচাকৈ এটা বৰ প্ৰশংসনীয় পদক্ষেপ লৈছে বিভাগটোৱে, আৰু আপুনি যিহেতুকে মানপত্ৰ আজি বিতৰণ কৰিব বিচাৰিছে গোটেই বিষয়টো।
মই এই ৰাইজৰ আগত এই ছোৱালীকেইজনীক এটা ইনস্পায়াৰ কৰিবৰ কাৰণে আজি আমি মানে আমাৰ যিখিনি চাৰ্টিফিকেট এটা দিব বিচাৰিছোঁ। মই এই ক্ষেত্ৰত আমাৰ দীপান্বিতা মেমক মই আগুৱাই আহিব অনুৰোধ জনাইছোঁ। দীপান্বিতা মেমৰ হাতেৰে যদি আমি ইহঁতকেইজনীক দিয়াব পাৰোঁ খুব ভাল লাগিব। থেংক ইউ মেম, সঁচাকৈ খুব ভাল লাগিছে আজি এই মঞ্চখনত। আজি মেমে যিখিনি দিলেহি, আৰু যিটো আচলতে আঁচনিখন যদি নহ'লে হয় আমি হয়তো এনেকৈ ফৰ্মেলি এনেকৈ হেৰি কৰিব নোৱাৰিলোঁ হয়। আমি আচলতে আমাৰ অনাৰেবল চিফ মিনিষ্টাৰ হিমন্ত বিশ্ব শৰ্মা ছাৰে যিটো মানে আমাৰ স্কিমখন ল'লে, ওমেন বা আমাৰ যিটো স্কিল ড্ৰাইভিং ট্ৰেইনিং 50 ইচ কনষ্টিটুৱেঞ্চি অফ আছাম এছেম্বলি 126, সেইটো এটা প্লাছ আমাৰ যিটো গুৱাহাটী মহানগৰীত যিটো আমাৰ কমিশ্যনাৰ ট্ৰান্সপৰ্ট আদিল খান, আমি মিলি পিনি যিটো ওমেনখিনি আমি এনেকৈ লৈ আহিলোঁ। আৰু এনেকৈ আমি ভবা নাছিলোঁ যে এনেকৈ লোৱাৰ পিছত আপোনাৰ এই অনুষ্ঠানটোত আমি এনেকৈ অন্তৰ্ভুক্ত হ'ম। ৰিয়েলি থেংকছ মেম।
আপোনালোকেই আমাৰ প্ৰেৰণা হয়, আৰু আগুৱাই যাওক, আৰু ভগৱানে যেন বহুত বহুত আশীৰ্বাদ দিয়ে আপোনালোকক।
আৰু আপোনালোকৰ কোনোবা থাকে, আপোনালোকে কিবা তেনেকুৱা যদি শিকাব বা তেনেকুৱাক আগুৱাই দিবলৈ, বহুত ক্ষেত্ৰত বহুতে ভাবে আজিকালি লাইচেঞ্চখন পাবলৈ দ্বিতীয় পিছত কিজানি গৈ থাকিব লাগিব। আচলতে সেইটো নহয়, আজিকালি অনলাইনত গোটেইখিনি সুবিধা কৰি দিছে বৰ্তমান চৰকাৰে, আৰু অনলাইনতে লাইচেঞ্চখিনিও পাব। আৰু কিবা যদি প্ৰব্লেম হয়, ইয়াত যদি কিবা অসুবিধা হয়, আপোনালোকে ডো নট হেজিটেট, প্লিজ কণ্টেক্ট মি, myself Gautam Das. Presently I am Assistant Commissioner Transport and additional charge of DTO registration license in Metro. My number is 9435040706. Which
গৌতম দাৰ কাৰণে এটা হাততালি বজাব বিচাৰিছোঁ সকলোৱে।
It's a pleasure now to have amidst us a special guest from Kolkata. Kolkata থেকে এসেছে, but she's not Bengali, but her name is Alifia Calcutta Wala.
I'm going to be talking about, I've been told I need to talk about experiential tourism. Now, or experiential travel. Now, travel is something which is something I breathe, drink. I think most of us in this room would be doing that. I breathe, drink, eat, sleep, travel. I'm so stoked to be standing amongst you all today. I'm going to be talking about travel. Now, one thing that the pandemic has made us realize is, let's not take travel for granted. Okay, that's one thing that the pandemic has made us realize. And now that when things have opened up, I think we are now kind of enjoying our joys of travel, and we have dusted off the dust from our suitcases. But how we are going to travel henceforth is going to take a new significance, because we are going to be moving very thoughtfully into the new world, as we say, the new normal, and we are going to be settling into emerging trends, emerging experiencing, and emerging intents. Now that brings me to talk about experiential travel, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. And I will, Now, how I'm going to take this session forward is I'm going to be talking about 5 trends that we have identified over the last 5-10 years on experiential travel. The wilderness retreats. This is a capture from a place in Africa. It's a Zambia National Park. And look at when you wake up, sleeping in your bed, and you wake up and you can see herds grazing in front of you. And this is the Lower Zambezi National Park. And this is the wilderness retreat I'm talking about. That's what I meant as in off-beaten experiences. Coming to my second point, which is the second experience, which is balance, sense of health and wellness. The pandemic, I believe, has left us all exhausted and anxious. And hence, when people are traveling now, they are looking for experiences which obviously will give them a sense of health and wellness. And when I say that, what am I talking about? I'm talking about exceptional dining experience. Again, there is a problem with video, but you're looking at exceptional dining experiences, not necessarily a 10 or a 15 course meal, but again, as my earlier fellow panelists talked about, looking about gourmet cuisines, local cuisine, eating the local food grown over there, looking at these kind of experience, which probably they will not be able to replicate at any part of the world, any part of the country. So that's an experience we're going for. And I think my fellow panelists did mention about exotic and gourmet tours in India, correct? So they're actually traveling to places for these exceptional dining experiences. So that's one. Second, going on to, of course, this is the wellness bit we are talking about. Our country is very fortunate, we have Ayurveda. And we have these amazing retreats in Kerala, which we are looking at. And of course, yoga is also there, which I think most of us know that there are a lot of yoga retreats. Ananda in the Himalayas being one of the very big pioneers as far as yoga retreats are concerned. Of course, there's Tree of Life in Jaipur and many more so across the country. So this is the kind of experience people are looking for, where they want a wellness retreat, a yoga retreat, where the mobiles are off, there is no television, there is no internet. And all you have is a sense of yourself, how you explore yourself, inner self, as well as your outer world. So that's a sense of experience that we are talking about. Now, these kind of experience help to rouse the curiosity, as well as give you different ways of retreat, as well as help you explore your inner selves and your, one thing we all have realized, that the fragility of the planet. This is why we have got this inner urge now. All of us understand, after you heard so much about the carbon footprint, we all have this thing of actually protecting the pristine environment. And this time around, it's just not observing what people are doing on climate change, but actually taking that step in actually helping conserve the planet. And this does not happen overnight. It happens by the sense that we all have. And one thing I remember saying that people go on treks, but at least please don't spoil that particular terrain. But here we need to think that we will not spoil, will not harm the environment, but instead of that, just not harming the environment doesn't stop there. But we need to do the 3 things. We need to regenerate, we need to restore, and we need to improve also. So when we travel, I think these are the 3 things we also have to also understand, that of course we will not harm the environment, we will not harm the topography, the demography, anything of that place, but we'll restore, we'll improve, and we'll also regenerate, which is why experiential tourism, for me, this particular bit is very, very important. And I think Northeast, as I was, ma'am, you were mentioning earlier, it's not a mass place. But if you're doing it a mass place, then it cannot be sustainable. But to make it sustainable, we ensure that every tour that we sell to the Northeast, every trip that we sell to the Northeast as stakeholders, I'm talking in terms of a tour company, that we ensure that we tell and educate our clients from our end that, boss, you're going there, it's a pristine place. Please ensure, forget about not harming it, that's given you're not harming it, but you definitely improve, regenerate, and restore, even if it means a small thing.
Seriously, I wish we could replicate some of those experiences that you showcased here in the Northeast. It was such an adrenaline high. Thank you so much. Meet our celebrity guests from Bollywood. Deepanita Sharma and Porinita Borthakur. Our first guest needs little introduction. Deepanita Sharma. She shot to fame when she won the Miss Photogenic title in the Miss India 1998 contest. And our next special guest is Porinita Borthakur, also an Indian film and television actor and singer from Assam.
Good afternoon. Welcome home and to this conclave. As Gayatri has already said, you both are from Duliajan and spent your early childhood there, the youth and the teenage phase, right? More.
Not in Narangi
and
in Duliajan.
In Duliajan.
Which was in high school.
Okay.
But you know, it's, well, when your dad is in a company like Oil India, she'll also understand. You're in, you know, they're in transferable jobs, you know. My dad was a doctor in Oil India Limited. So I think nursery KG was in Duliajan. Then we were transferred. So the rest of it till class 9 was in Narangi, Guwahati. Yeah. I went to Holy Child School. And then we were transferred back. I mean, imagine being transferred back in 10th standard. I mean, I think it was
Then you studied in Naharkotia.
Like, that's right. So I went back and I did 1 year in Naharkotia St. Mary's. And then I did 11th and 12th from Kendra Vidyalaya, Duliajan. And then I moved to... Correct. And then, right.
Even you're from
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I belong to KV group. We are the KV alumni, Kendriya Vidyalaya alumni. Not bad, yeah?
Not bad at all.
And we rhyme also. Dipanita, Porinita.
You know, I was telling some people before I came for this event, people were, you know, shocked that I was tagging Deepanita Jaiswal. So they were like, I thought you were Deepanita Sharma Atwal, because Atwal is my married name. I'm like, there are other Deepanitas, you know. Only in Mumbai and Delhi you don't find enough. But in the East, we have quite a few Deepanitas.
Quite a few Deepanitas.
And yeah, it has been a bit of every time I would say, you know, somebody is saying Deepanita, I think I am reacting, right? Because in Mumbai, I'm not used to this at all. Nor in Delhi. But we also have a Delhi Connect, because after my 12th, we went to, I went to Indraprastha College for Women in Delhi University, and the first year, the hostel that I stayed in, she was my senior. And she's unrecognizable now. She was quite the tomboy, I think, and a beauty always.
I was a tomboy, and I don't know, I was pretty kind of strict also, I believe. Everyone sort of
scared
told
of
me
you,
that.
but also gave very good advice to the juniors. Thank you.
Thank you. And what about you, Porinita?
I have lived in Duliajan since childhood. And when she joined school, I used to look at her, I used to be like, oh my God, she's so tall, she's so pretty. I used to admire her always, you know. And
the most talented bunch of girls, by the way. All three sisters, yeah. Immensely.
Like, I remember her coming to my house also for singing. Remember? Yeah, you and your sister both, yeah. So, like, though my dad is here, he's an engineer, but he's always been interested in music and cultural activities. So, he's never asked if I have studied or not. It has always been like, Riyaz, have you done your Riyaz and all. So we three of us, or me and my sisters, we three are in Mumbai. I am an actor. My youngest one is also an actor, and the middle sister, she's an assistant director. So we all are working there now.
All in the creative field.
All in the creative field, yeah.
I have to, before I start off anything, I have to narrate a small anecdote that I have with regard to Dipanita. I don't know whether she remembers it or not. When we were in hostel, she was our junior. That's a very interesting, and that reflects her character, which was truly admirable. You know, when we were having a freshers, and then she was the most outgoing, confident girl who enacted everything that was said. And you were the fresher also, you know, you got that award also, right?
Not that I had a choice. We had seniors who were bullies as well, but with a lot of love. But yes, I think...
Always the go-getter.
Yeah, you guys helped us be, sporting about it. And I think freshers is about just getting to know each other. So instead of taking offense at little things, which we never must, and letting your ego come in between, well, it's a senior asking you to maybe do a little dance. So, okay. I love dancing. Why not?
Yes.
Oh, you all also made us do some funny ponytails and strange makeup.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Coming back to our conclave, let us begin the conclave session. And as we have already mentioned that you have your emotional roots here, define Northeast from the tourism perspective. I would like to hear it from both of you one by one.
Okay. I think everyone here would agree that Northeast potential of tourism has been immense from time immemorial. Every time I am here and I'm putting up stories or I'm uploading something, there are people, there are co-actors who are always asking me, my God, are you ever going to take us on a trip there? My God, we need to, travel and explore this. But for some reason, there is always this whole talk of exploring, and then it sort of stops there, except for a few people who actually take that step. And I think in the last few years, yes, it's opened up a lot more. I agree. And I see a lot of people, like people from my husband's friend circle who have actually made a trip this side, although they didn't know anything about it, but have taken tips from me. I think there is some sort of hesitation at some level, and I think that is the only thing we need to overcome. And I think we have had such inspiring women today before us who have spoken so beautifully about all of this. Alifia, the other ladies who were here, my God, they were so inspiring that they're, the women drivers from difficult backgrounds who are making a living out of it. And I think Women for Women encourages an industry like tourism because the way we travel has also changed immensely. I have been on girl trips. I have also done solo trips. And I think when there is a woman there who's taking care of you or maybe driving around, you're just, it's not about feeling safe. I think you're just feeling really, there's a sort of bonding. And I think that really helps the whole cause of, this whole vehicle that you are supporting, women empowerment through tourism, right? So I feel Northeast has that immense scope. And all we need to do is to sort of push forward that hesitation that the rest of the country seems to have even now, although a lot has opened up. I have to say it has been encouraging in so many ways, and I think we'll talk about it further as well when it comes to the shooting and Bollywood and all of it. So yeah, I think scope, I mean, we know that it is right here. Is there any other part of the country that is as beautiful as Northeast? I am a little biased, but I think a lot of people will agree with me. You know.
Absolutely. Parinita, can we hear it from you, please?
Usually when we think about Northeast tourism, I have seen many packages nowadays where it's like, you know, Guwahati, Kaziranga, Shillong, Cherrapunji, back to Guwahati and back. But there's so much more. There's so much more. There's the Brusoikhwa, which is one of my favorite places. And there are so many other places. You know, people also know about Tawang and very, very few places. As you said, people are reluctant also because I remember when I went to Bombay to study, a lot of people used to ask me, is it safe there? People had this thing in their mind that maybe it is not safe to come to Northeast, you know. But because of, I guess, social media and the awareness nowadays, people know that, okay, fine, you can come to this place and this is very beautiful, you know. So apart from these places, the regular places which are already very popular, I think we should focus more on the river cruises and, you know, we have so many different cultures here, so many, you know, we have different kind of food and everything. So I think it's very important for us to explore that, I mean, show that to the people from outside, you know, outside Northeast.
I don't know how you feel. Every time when we go somewhere, as my sisters also mentioned, she just recently came from Hawaii and she came and she said, you know what, certain places are so much like our region. Yes. You know, and I also said, yes, every time I go out somewhere, in some place, I feel that, yes, this place is so much like our place.
Oh, yeah.
You know, nothing different.
Absolutely.
Can you give any example, similar example where you went somewhere and you felt, oh, this place is like our place?
I'll give you quickly. One place that I visit very often because it's so close to Mumbai, and I think Parinita will agree as well, Goa. There are areas in Goa, I swear to you, I look and I say, oh my God, this is like back home, you know? Like the greenery, the water, of course that is sea and here it's river and all of that. But you know, there is this, the topography, there's something about the topography which is very, you know, which is like almost like a spitting image, you know? Then there are areas in Kerala who is like, you know, which are like, you know, so much like Assam, right? So much like the Northeast, other parts of Northeast. And my husband will always say, yeah, it's just nostalgia. You just feel everything looks like, looks like the Northeast. And then when he comes here with me and we travel and he's like, you're right. It does look like that. Because it is, see, this is where tourism comes into play, right? Why is Kerala a little more popular or Goa is a haven of tourism? It's because it was popularized in that manner. And the Northeast wasn't at that time. It's not like there is anything less here. I feel there is so much more. You know, like she said, there is so much more. Every nook and corner of the Northeast is like a picture postcard, you know. So this is what I keep telling everyone. So yeah, this is great that we are having this discussion, really.
What about you, Parinita?
I remember this place in Reading, UK, where I felt it looks like Duliajan. You know? So yeah, you know, like houses, same kind of roads, same kind of trees and everything, you know. Plants. So yeah, the plants, you know, it's like, it's very beautiful and it did remind me of Duliajan. And it's like when I shot my music video, Parinita, if you have seen, there's this song, Rini Rini Bota Hot, which I shot in Cherrapunji. When I showed it to my co-actors there, they asked me, oh my God, did you shoot this in Scotland? I was like, no, this is Cherrapunji. This is as beautiful as Scotland, you know. It's just that it needs little bit more attention, you know. So.
Women of Northeast region is enterprising. They have footprints in all sectors. Tourism is one sector where they have major scope. We already have women in adventure tourism, hospitality, arts and crafts. Then we have homestay. As everyone has said, homestay is one of the largest, sector in tourism, which is being managed and taken care of by the woman. What will be your advice to them with regard to taking up tourism sector as a profession?
I feel like, we were talking about how the way we travel has changed. In the same space, I think the way we look at tourism as a profession is also changing. At one point it was, I think most professions were disbalanced at one point. The woman staying at home and the man sort of going to work. So the same thing, I think, about tourism. And I think at one point, traveling was only about family holidays. Traveling was just that, like the stuff that Alifia has said today. Who would have imagined at one point, solo travels or, all girls trips were not even a thing at one point, right? So, but now there is so much more. So, and I feel that women being in tourism, the scope of women in tourism is immense, because I think I have met a lot of women who are closet travelers, who want to be involved in this whole traveling world. But it is just that they probably don't know where to start a lot of times, right? So with vehicles like this, if we can actually push them and make them think in the right direction, I think we will have a lot more encouraging, female participants in the business of tourism. And I think women are pretty much good at everything they take up. So
of course,
we
don't doubt that.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about you, Parinita?
I feel women should come forward with their talents, and as Manisha Pandey, what she is doing, that rural. Yes. So in Northeast, we have so many different cultures, If they, supposing they work with their own communities and, come up with ideas like having their kind of housing, stay, their kind of food, showcase their clothing, their jewelry, their handicrafts and everything, it has a lot of jobs. I mean, it has a lot of potential, these things. There are so many different kind of tribes, and I think women just have to start doing it. And it's like, if they want, we should also have like, training of, we can have these, not we, I mean, they can have these training sessions with them before they start all this. And there's a lot of scope for women, And if we do it in that way, like, if they do it with their communities, it'll help all of them. Plus, it'll also have a sustainable, stay. It'll be, they can have these eco stays and everything. Right. So I think that it has a lot of potential. Yeah.
Immense. Another example, which your conversation has reminded me, as well as Manisha and Alifia and everyone. I remember one thing. Like, I can give you two examples which I had. One was when we went to Kerala. The boatmen, the backwater boatmen, they took us around. And suddenly, they were like going. And suddenly they veered us to a village, It's nothing like it's any other village, common village, where they were doing handicrafts, they were weaving, and they were eating the local. And they took us there. They said, come, I will show you a very nice place. And we were also like, okay, fine, very nice place, let us go and have a look. Similar thing we have here. We have our unique ethnic groups everywhere. When I went to Majuli, I remember I insisted, me and my children, we went. I wanted to go to a missing village. And particularly, I told my people that I want to learn how they work, how they live, what they eat, everything. I want to be a part of their life. I think similar thing if we do, like Kerala did. You know, even the guide kind of veered us towards that village. Similar thing if we have a guide or someone who can, you know, kind of identify one or two local villages and ethnic areas and veer the tourists towards those ethnic villages, because as Alifia said, as Manisha has said, as Pia has said, it's all about experience now. People want to experience anything. Earlier on, what used to happen, we used to get into a bus, morning to end, we are seeing the sights, get on at 10 o'clock here, 9 o'clock here, 11 o'clock here, finished, go home, go to the hotel, tired. Now things have changed. That was like more of an educational excursion for us. But now things have changed. Now things have started going more towards, you know, experiencing it. We are going on a holiday because we want to relax. We want to experience. We want to feel the place. So it is all about feeling. So if we can, I feel, if I know y'all will agree to this, if we can build that feel for the people, I'm sure we will have many people coming towards Northeast in Assam and having a look at our land, which is truly, truly, I feel very proud.
Same.
This place. Because every time I go out, I say, what am I seeing here? I'm seeing there also the same thing. So sometimes even my husband tells me, I'm spending so much to see this. This is there. I remember my father saying once, my sister took him to Singapore and to that zoo, night zoo. Okay, night safari, that. And my father came back and said, ये गाय तो मेरे घर के पीछे मिलता है. And I'm spending money to see those cows. So it is how you market the place, it's how you show the place and how you bring the things. So it's all about marketing and getting it. Coming to the lighter side, since we have two celebrities here, and I know one thing for sure, they both are excellent, excellent singers. Yes. No, even you.
You sing very well.
Even you. Okay. So I would like to hear a few lines from any song that they feel aptly describes our region. Any song.
I think we'll have two different songs, which will be a nice thing.
Yeah.
I'll sing first, the first song that comes to my mind.
Okay.
Oh, you're actually making me sing. I can't believe it.
And you do sing well.
As more matu beya, enukwa eta koru niki.
Nai, dorkar nai.
Aji mat bhangi ase more. वादिया मेरा दामन रास्ते मेरी बाहें जाओ मेरे सिवा तुम कहाँ जाओगे वादिया मेरा दामन.
Oh my God, it's too good.
I really think of this song though that fits.
I love this song.
Yes.
What about you, Parnita?
There are many songs on the Northeast also, but I would like to sing a little bit of an Assamese song. Juna kore rati ahomire mati jiliki pore molaya sati duhate khabuti ধুনিয়া মালতী হরে ইখন্দি মূর্তিনি আপু নিতে নিতে আনে নতুন সপোন গাঁৱৰে সোণৰ জুৰিতি তৰাই ধেমালি কৰে
My God, I'm speechless. Beautiful, beautiful.
Moving on then to our final section of the day, the formal felicitation program. We are delighted to have the opportunity to felicitate few women entrepreneurs from the Northeast who have made a difference in the tourism sector out here in this region. A big round of applause, please, for Mary Shetty. A big round of applause for Elena Saprati. Now we call upon Shanti Dole, Director, Brahmaputra Cruise Private Limited. And next, we have Julima Deka of Green Trek Adventure. Miss Indu Singh, General Secretary Newa, Entrepreneur Weavers Gallery and Souvenir Shop Nogao. We request her to finally deliver her vote of thanks. Thank you so much.
A very good evening to the esteemed guest here. I'm humbled to be given this opportunity to give thanks to everyone involved in today's programming. I convey my heartfelt gratitude to all on behalf of Indian Women Network for the success of the day. Thank you, the respected dignitaries on the dais, celebrity guest, Ms. Dipanita Sharma and Parinita Borthakur, Miss Dipanita Jaiswal, Chairperson, Indian Women Network, Assam Chapter. Thank you all participants. You all have been a wonderful audience. Thank you sponsors, Government of Assam Transport Department, ensure complete balanced nutrition for adults, Dr. Ortho Ayurvedic Capsule Spray and Ointment, the Downtown School Premium Day Boarding School, Awesome Assam Department of Tourism, Page 3, print partner, the Assam Tribune. Thank you, the anchor of the day, my dear Gayatri Sharma, the entire staff, production team of CII and DY365. Last but not the least, the Indian Women Network members, thank you for the unending support, cooperation, and hard work. Thank you all, and have a safe trip home and a safe stay here. Thank you very much.
Incredible Northeast India Tourism, a vehicle for women empowerment, powered by Transport Department, Government of Assam, co-powered by Ensure, Complete Balanced Nutrition for Adult, co-powered by Dr. Ortho Ayurvedic Tel Aru Capsule, Gachir Bikhor Babe Ononyo Oushod, education partner, the Downtown School, in association with Awesome Assam, print partner, the Assam Tribune.